What else would a Korean person say?
How am I supposed to know? You're like so uncivilized, always stealing every day.
Uncivilized.
You can have an unlocked car in South Korea, nobody's gonna steal it.
So you guys been hearing about the Kia and Hyundai crime wave, right?
Yes.
Pretty pervasive.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere.
You mean the USB key thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Poor Greene.
My neighbor's car got stolen.
So to catch people up, right?
Hyundai.
They're able to easily steal these cars using a little USB method. And they just go in, do it. They're in and out very fast. It's happening. It's a crime wave all over the world right now when it comes to Kias and Hyundais. And some people have chosen to blame Kia and Hyundai for this. What's
I thought the state of California was suing them.
Seattle is. I think
That's crazy.
Seattle, California is suing them, yeah.
Dude, the blames are funny. Like, some people are just flat out blaming TikTok. Or, like, the police are blaming TikTok.
I blame the people. They should just all buy Mercedes.
That's really, yeah, that's.
Can you imagine being a Korean like car manufacturer and you're like, wait, it's our fault that the cars are stolen? But it's like,
Well, that is what they're arguing. So there's an opinion.
you should have realized Americans were a bunch of crooks and made better security systems.
Why'd you make it so easy for them to steal it?
But USB
It's like, we don't have this problem in North South Korea.
Is
Nobody's
Kia
a
Korean?
stealing. Kia's Korean.
Yeah.
Oh, Koreans are in trouble, dude.
Yep.
That's the one L they took, you know?
Yeah, they're like,
So that's the argument, right? So
I didn't know everybody's gonna be stealing every day.
Kia and Hyundai, not the public, should bear the cost of their irresponsible decision to sell cars without immobilizers.
What?
They are creating unsafe products, and the
Immobilized.
costs of their decision have far-reaching effects on public safety and safety.
We don't have a burglars like you guys, so we don't even know that this exists.
Keep going. I want more.
What else would a Korean person say?
How am I supposed to know? You're like so uncivilized, always stealing every day.
Uncivilized.
So we're,
You can have an unlocked car in South Korea, nobody's gonna steal it.
Makes sense.
that's my next question. Because in Korea, where there's probably the most Hyundais and Kias, I would imagine, does anybody steal them there?
No.
No, they only have
Zero?
Mercedes out there. They only sell those. They don't like. No, you want a Hyundai? No.
I haven't had one stolen yet.
Who's gonna steal that piece of shit? Damn.
Koreans love Lexus and Mercedes. They don't even buy their own cars.
So what Kia and Hyundai have done to try and stem the thefts, they have a software update they say fixes the issue with the USB, but it requires a visit to the dealer and takes up to 45 minutes to install. They also have started giving police departments anti-theft steering wheel locks to hand out to affected owners.
Like the club?
Yes, like the club.
That's already been, like, that's a freaking hacksaw fix away.
Is it a defect?
Ryan's wild, dude.
But that's like, that was already.
Guy's stolen some Kias, huh?
Ryan's like, you guys don't have hacksaws?
Yeah, get a fucking
The
hacksaw, you
software
idiots.
upgrade, right? Once they give you the software upgrade, they put a little sticker in the window that basically tells thieves they're going to waste their time on this car. Because we already got the upgrade.
Stickers out.
So it's like brings home security. You just get the sign, even if you don't pay for the home security.
I bet that does work though, you know?
It must.
Like, it stops people
That
from...
is
But it's still
crazy.
gonna get your window broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy that the blame is on the automaker.
You know what though?
That's pretty nuts.
Because I think like, I get it if it was unsafe driving. Like, yeah, you need to recall this fucking airbag because it blows up in people's faces, or like, you know, like if it's like this tire fucked up or whatever. That makes sense because the purpose for it is to be driven. That's it. But then if it's like the anti-theft device isn't good enough or whatever, I just don't get why that's the
Like if it's already anti-theft, like it locks, right?
yeah.
But then now you need like some extra level because the culture at the country is fucking crazy.
Let me push back. So I think all of us have Ledger Nano S's, like our Ledger devices to protect our cryptos, right? And if there was a vulnerability or a flaw that hackers are now exploiting, wouldn't we not blame Ledger?
Yeah.
Of course we would. And so because this vulnerability existed in these vehicles and they made it so easy for thieves to steal, is it not on them as well?
But a vehicle is not like, I don't get the purpose of a vehicle for it to be like a safe.
Yeah, I don't
So,
lock
like,
my
now-
valuables in there.
Or like a safe, like the purpose of it is like a bank vault.
But when you hit lock on your car, don't you have an expectation that your car...
This should hold up. Yeah.
Right. And I think that that's the expectation the consumer has when they're purchasing the vehicle.
Especially when they're paying how much for these cars.
It's an exploit, and and if one guy can teach the next guy, and that just becomes the thing. Because have you seen the videos of people doing it? It's super easy.
It is super easy.
You take out the steering column panel, blom, bloom, bloom, pull this shit out, plug this shit in, and then you can turn it. That's too easy. Even like to the standard of like 90s car theft. That's too
And I'm not saying like there's thieves out there, or even like locksmith guys who are probably laughing at this anyway, because they can easily get into any car, right?
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation than this vulnerability that anybody can exploit.
I mean, these are like 14-year-old kids doing it.
Yeah, you don't need the skill set, right? You don't have to like build that skill up to go swipe a car.
It's kids that can't steal any other car. That's got to be a different problem. You know what I mean?
But what a rush they feel, though, huh?
Oh, yeah.
When they turn that fucking thing and it goes on, you're
How
like,
do they
oh
get
my
in? They can get in the car with the USB.
No, you just bust the car.
Oh, so you break the window first.
But then if you rip the steer, well, I don't know if I can get more Kia stolen.
I see.
Well, there was something.
No, it's just so easy.
But it's all over TikTok.
There was something really like similar to this in the 90s where it was super easy by having something called a G key. So when you had a master key, like a dealership would have a master key for all the Camrys or Toyotas or whatever, right? And it's one key fits all for all the cars. What they would do is like thieves and whatever would basically find access to a G key, whether it's like they steal it from the dealership or they have a shady guy at the dealership make them a copy or whatever. And then you were able to just break into cars and turn it on and leave. But that's like, I don't know if that's the manufacturer's fault because it's being exploited. You know what I mean? Like the G key or the master key wasn't meant
It's
to
a
be in
loophole.
the hands of thieves.
But also, too, like, if you were the fucking president of Hyundai or Kia and you saw this popping off, wouldn't you be like, mate, we should try to fix this shit?
I think if your sales are going down, fix the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that
Fix the
point, it's
bottom
just
line.
like, yeah. What
Yeah,
else?
I think that would be the question is like, how fast did they act? And then is it too late for the cars that already are in circulation?
Also, I think it depends on like where the line of responsibility is. Like if it's like you go up to a car, you can just open the car door. I'm like starting from the entry of the car.
Yeah.
That's the car maker. They fucked up. But if it takes bashing a window, clearing the glass, doing all of that, and then getting in, so it takes like a burglar to get into the car, then I'm like, I don't know if
that's
then
true.
it's like the responsibility that's on the car maker gets reduced.
So that's
it's
what the
just
big
super-
corporations are saying as well.
It's just super easy.
Speak for the people.
Those are what cops are saying, you bootlicker.
Kia is saying that the city's lawsuits are without merit, arguing, basically it's like they have their hand up Bart's ass saying exactly the same thing. Arguing that federal auto safety regulators do not require automakers to install immobilizers on their vehicles. That is basically just a device that makes sure you're using the exact right key when you click ignition, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying that's not on them.
I understand that. I just
But we
think
have
that if you're...
all the alarms that go pew wee wee pew wee.
Because I see it in the same vein of like, let's say I buy a helmet, right? If I ride a bike, I fall off, and then I hit my head and my fucking skull cracks open, that might be the helmet's fault. If I ride a bike, I do a triple backflip off the Queen Mary, land on the sidewalk, and then my skull cracks open. I'm like, dude, you gotta make better helmets. I don't know. I think might be on me.
I really don't think...
But that's such like a unique user case by case.
No, but these guys are breaking into the cars already. It doesn't matter what electronics.
Yeah, but the fact that there is a specific exploit where like all people are stealing this, now, like
Yeah.
every car is getting.
But they're all breaking the car.
If they have a skill set to do it, you can just walk in the car.
Because why aren't these kids doing this to Teslas? Why aren't they breaking the windows of Teslas and?
Because they can't.
There's no exploit.
Why aren't they doing that to Rams or Mercedes?
But then that's what I mean. Like that means Tesla's above the average car. The same way that Kia is below the average. That's why I think like they should just do it for the motivation of sales. Because now in the future, no one's gonna buy the next Kia for fear that this might happen later.
The name is getting tanked.
Because the
It's
stain.
dragged in the mud already.
It's a stain.
Yeah, I don't think again like I don't think you should sue Kia because I really agree with you that like yeah they fucked up, but you weren't owed that. Nobody knew that could happen.
Because definitely when I see a Kia, I'm like, it's probably gonna
But
be
it's
so
fucked sales wise and PR wise, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's got to do something, right? So like Kia's got to fix their shit, and also like maybe the fucking punishment for getting caught stealing cars needs to like get intensified.
Well, that's our problem.
But I also do think that with Bart's example, if you don't put a label on that helmet saying "Don't do a vert jump off the Queen Mary," that's on the helmet maker.